Yes, good. Read to us.
Here we go. Oh, with me. The history of Croatian traders. Croatian traders have a longer history that dates back hundreds of years to resident at universities in Europe. In these early universities, scholars were longer roles because these strong craftsmen who coated buildings had to live heat. Over time, these walls became further centers of anger and academic entertainment. Today, residents wear caps and guns during consultations. Became start scarcity to hundred and transition. The square Croatian cap is called a motor border because its residents are tourist users by frequenters the terminal. Hanging from the cap also has senators meaning before residents of there many senators with the terminal one side of the cap and the crossing that rooted to the opposite side. The small movement of the terminal senators of crossing from one stage of life into another. These researchers have since passed and that recognize the presence of Christian Day.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Amen.
Fun.
You're feeling it today, huh? I love that.
Beep beep.
You got a good energy. Okay.
Beep beep.
Let's do this. All right, ready?
Okay.
Pull up your screen now.
Let's set the timer.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
Fun.
So we just learned about how graduation traditions
Mhm.
date back to medieval.
Fun.
Just give me the word medieval. Can you scoot this way, son? Yeah, I'll scoot this way. Yeah, I'd rather you be center. There we go. Okay, that feels better. All right, when you're ready, give me medieval. Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go!
Great. M and then. Mm-hmm. Sure. Careful one. Mm-hmm. E and then D and then next letter after that D is the I and then after that I. What comes next after that I? Keep moving your eyes until you get there. Find it. After I is the E. After E, next letter is the. Get your eyes right on it. Good. Hold it. Hold your eyes on it. You had it. M-E-D-I-E. Next letter is the V. After V, next letter is the A. After A, last letter is the L.
Spell medieval.
Beautiful. All right, give me the word scholars.
Mhm.
Scholars. We learned about the medieval scholars.
3, 2, 1, go!
Mm-hmm. Great. Mm-hmm. And then. Mm-hmm. And then. After that C, next letter. Find what you need. Good. H and then O and then L and then A and then R and then S. Great.
Scholars.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do another one. Give me the word symbols. There are a few different symbols on graduation day. Symbolic meaning. When you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Mm-hmm. S and then next letter after that S is the. Go straight to it. You got it. Y and then after Y is the N and then after N next letter is the B and then after B is the O and then L and then S. Great.
Symbols.
Okay, one more. Give me traditions. We just learned about a few.
3, 2, 1, go!
First letter, get your eyes straight to it. Good. T. And then after that T, go straight to your next letter. R. And then after R is the A. And then after A, next letter is the D. After D is the I, and then T, and then I, and then O, and then N, and then last letter. Good.
Traditions.
Nice job. All right, let's do a few questions. Graduation ceremonies date back to medieval what? Yes. Here. You want to do the whole thing? Go back. Graduation. Ceremonies. Here, I'm gonna hide the answer. You can just check this out. So we're at ceremonies. Date back to medieval. What?
Graduating ceremonies date back to medieval what?
Great. Okay. We're talking about medieval what here?
One.
Go for it. I'm just looking for flow here, okay? And I'm warm up. Smooth flow from one letter to the next.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, first letter is the good. Hold it. You went straight to it. U. And then after U is the N. And then after that N, next letter, keep opening your eyes, get straight to it. I, and then V, and then E, and then R, and then next letter is the S, and then after S is the I, and then after I, next letter is the, I know you're yawning, go. After I, next letter is the T, and then I, and then E, and then S. Absolutely.
Universities.
Yeah, medieval universities. In these early universities, in these early universities, scholars wore long what?
Come on.
Wore? Or here. Long what?
In these early universities, scholars wore long what?
Okay. What did the scholars wear?
One.
Because those classrooms were made of stone and it was cold in there, so they had to wear long what? Right? Go for it. I want you to go straight to your first letter. As soon as your eyes are on it, lock your eyes and poke it. Don't let your eyes
3, 2, 1, go!
First letter is the R. Perfect. And then O. And then after O is the B. And then after B is the E. And then after E is the S. Great job.
Robes.
Yeah, they had to wear long robes because it was cold in there. That's where the gown came from that graduates wear. Okay. Let's see. Let's move you up and then I want to get you to your speech. Name something the robe has become a symbol of. Name something the robe has become a symbol of. Period.
Name something the robe has become a symbol of what?
Sure, that works.
Name something the robe has become a symbol of
Good.
All right. What is the robe or the gown that you graduates wear? What does that symbolize? There were two options. Tell me what the robe symbolizes. Okay. When you're ready, go for it.
One. 3, 2, 1, go!
A, and then after A, next letter is the. Think about what you're spelling. What comes after the A? Good. C, and then after C is the A, and then D, and then E, and then M, and then I, and then C. Academic. Academic what? Great. A, and then after A is the C, and then after C is the H, and then I, and then E, and then V, and then E, and then after E, slow down, think about what you're spelling. What comes after the E? Next letter is the M, and then E, and then N, and then T. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Academic achievement.
Yes, nice job. Academic achievement. When you're spelling, Sam, I want you to stay slow, okay? Because when you're slow, you're more purposeful. And then we don't get these extra kind of like automatic space bars or automatic things popping out, okay? So stay nice and slow. All right. Let's get you into your speech. Yeah, dude? Okay. So this is where we need to transfer it onto here so that you can see it and add on to it, okay? Sam, would you let me type it, dude?
No.
Just for time's sake, so we can get it quickly.
No.
I'd love to type it. I know you're capable and you can, but I would love to just get you straight to your spelling, yeah?
Type us in.
Can I type it this time? Yeah, and then you will type the rest of your speech.
No.
I'm just gonna transfer, yeah? So, may I see this?
No. Ouch, that hurts. Ouch.
Okay.
Ah.
You can type it, dude.
Oh
I know
no.
you can't. I would just rather not use our time for that. But if you're stuck on doing it, then do it. Okay, go for it. So you said hello and welcome. We're here. Mm-hmm. Hello and welcome to all the supporters. Who show up. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. For me and the other graduates. Mm-hmm. You, yeah. Mm-hmm. On our big day. It is tremendous. That was a fun one that you used. It is tremendous to be here. Sharing this moment together. Period. And then your next
Hello and
sentence.
welcome to all
The
the
journey.
supporters who show up for me and the other graduates on our big day. It is tremendous to be here sharing this moment together.
To get here. Sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or. Mm-hmm. T-Y. Mm-hmm. Uncertainty. Mm-hmm. Of my future. Before I learn. Mm-hmm.
Chef, aye.
Mm-hmm. Before I learned how to truly. Sorry. How to truly communicate. Was at times heavy. Okay.
The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy.
Beautiful start. I love it. Now we're adding on, yeah? So hello and welcome to all the supporters who show up for me and the other graduates on our big day. It is tremendous to be here sharing this moment together. The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy. Yeah, you know what's coming next? Next sentence, let's do it. Hand that over to me. Yeah, we're adding on to that graduation speech, yeah? So this was a great introduction. You had your first two sentences. Now we're adding a third sentence to this speech. something that we've been practicing, right? Adding on sentences to an idea, expanding on an idea, elaborating. So you get to elaborate on this further, and you get to keep your speech going, because you have like 10 to 15 minutes that you can use up however you'd like to say whatever you want to all the people there. Yeah, I'm sure you've been thinking about what you want to say. So think about just your next sentence, and let's start with that. Yeah, one sentence at a time. So go ahead and set the keyboard up, and we're gonna spend the next 30 minutes working on that. It's gonna fly by. Ready? You know what you're gonna say? I bet you do.
When?
Okay. That's perfect. Now we just need that up here. And like I said, Sam, once you finish your draft of your speech, we can go back and we can work on editing. So if there's anything that you want to edit in here, don't worry. We're going to circle back and we're going to do editing at the end, okay? So first you got to write your rough draft, right? Whether that's an essay or a speech, you start by writing out your rough draft. Then you read through and make your edits. So this is just our rough draft, yeah? So don't worry if there's anything that you want to edit or change. We will get to that. All right, let's do it. I can't wait to hear your next sentence that you're going to add. Ready? Okay, let's do it. Get the keyboard up or hand it over, either way. Great.
The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy.
Okay, be thinking about your next sentence. What are you going to say next? Imagine standing at your ceremony with your friends and family there. What are you going to say? Okay, dude. Ready? Let's do this. Will you set the keyboard up and get into your spelling position? Get it nice and tall. Let's get started. Reach the board up, Sam. Go ahead, reach the board. Be gentle, please. Thank you.
The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy.
All right. Having that, what you want to say next?
No.
You got this. I'm sure there's probably a lot that you want to say, and I want to get it all out with you. So let's do it. The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy. All right. I believe in you. You got this. Pull your hand out. Think about your next sentence. What do you want to say? And then we're going to get it flowing out, yeah? Don't let your body get distracted. Keep that focus. You came in here on a mission, ready to roll, and I love that. So let's keep that energy going, yeah? Keep that momentum flowing. So pull your hand out here. Pull your hand back to your body. Great. Okay, think about what you want to say, dude. And it's going to go here, yeah? Because we're adding on. Go for it. Yeah?
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, what's your next letter? First letter is the... Where are we going? First letter is the H. After H, next letter is the...
The journey to get here sure was
Remember,
bumpy
we're adding on.
and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly
Oh, and then
communicate was
after
at
O,
times
next
heavy.
letter is the... Where are we going? H-O-W. After the W. How? How? Next letter... How? B. After B, next letter is the I. After I, next letter is the G. Next letter is the... Okay, how big? Next letter is the O. After O, next letter is the F. After F, next letter is the... What's after that F? Where are we going? Where are we going after that F? If you want that, go for it. Okay, so you have how big of... Keep going. Keep the flow. That was a good start. Keep flowing. How big of... Keep looking at your board. How big of... Next letter is the A. After A, how big of A? Keep going. B. After B, next letter is the L. After L, next letter is the E. After E, next letter is the S. After S, next letter is the S. After S, next letter is the I. After I, next letter is the N. And then G. How big of a blessing? Go for it. How big of a blessing? I. After I, next letter is the T. After T, it. Next letter is the I. After I, next letter is the S. It is. How big of a blessing? It is T. After T, next letter is the O. After O, 2. To H. After H, next letter is the A, and then V, and then E. To have. Next letter is the R. After R, next letter, where are we going next? E, and then A, and then after A is the C, and then H, and then E, and then D, and then how big of a blessing it is to have reached. To have reached, go for it. Y. After Y, next letter is the, okay. To have reached. T. After T, H. After H, I. After I, N. After N, next letter is the, okay. T-H-I, next letter is the, where are we going? S. To have reached this. To have reached this, next letter, where are we going? What's after this? M. After M, I. After I, L. After L, next letter is the E. After E, S. After S. Miles. Okay, keep going. Keep your flow. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this, Miles. Keep going. Keep that focus. You're doing great. To have reached this, Miles. Don't let your hand get distracted. Keep that hand focused. What comes after Miles? Don't let your body get distracted. Keep yourself up. You just started, so let's keep it going. Sit up nice and tall, Sam. Keep the focus. You're doing great. I know we don't typically add onto past answers in our sessions. Usually we start something new. So I know this is a little bit different, but you're doing great. And we talked about it, right? So you knew that it was coming. Okay. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this. You have Miles. After Miles, next letter. Okay. After S, keep going. Next letter is the, where are we going? Next letter is the, where are we going? T. After T, next letter is the O. After O, next letter is the N, and then E, and then, okay. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this milestone. Go for it. D, and then E, and then S, and then after S, P, and then I, and then T, and then after T, next letter is the E, and then after E, next letter, okay. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this milestone despite, go for it, despite what? S, and then after S, next letter is the O, and then after O, despite so, M, and then after N, next letter is the A, and then after A, next letter is the N, and then after N, next letter is the Y, and then after Y, despite so many, C, and then after C, next letter is the H, and then after H, next letter is the A, and then after A, next letter is the L, and then after L, next letter is the L, and then E, and then after E, N, and then after N, G, and then E. So many challenge. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this milestone despite so many challenge. Okay, back. Challenges, great. Period.
How
Beautiful.
big of a blessing it is to have reached
pause
this
really quick.
milestone despite so many challenges.
Remember, we're adding on to your speech, so we're not going to put an enter yet because it's all one continuous thing, yeah? So let's read what you have. Hello and welcome to all the supporters who show up for me and the other graduates on our big day. It is tremendous to be here sharing this moment together. The journey to get here sure was bumpy and was full of hard moments. The uncertainty of my future before I learned how to truly communicate was at times heavy. How big of a blessing it is to have reached this milestone despite so many challenges. That was beautiful. Keep flowing. Okay. A. After A, next letter is the, where are we going? L, and then after L, next letter is the, keep going, O, and then after O, next letter is the N, and then after N, next letter is the G, after G, along T, and then after T, H, and then E, along the J, and then O, and then U, and then R, and then N, and then E, and then Y, along the journey. along the journey, T, and then H, and then E, and then after E, where are we going next? After E, R, and then E, along the journey, there, keep going, you're doing great, W, and then after W, E, and then R, and then E, there were, along the journey, there were, A, and then after A, L, and then after L, next letter is the W, and then A, and then Y, and then S. Along the journey, there were always, go for it, there were always M, and then after M, next letter is the Y, my. Along the journey, there were always my O, and then after O, next letter is the W, and then after the W, next letter is the N. Along the journey, there were always my own A, and then after A, next letter is the N, and then after the N, next letter is the G, and then after G, next letter is the E, and then L. Okay, angel. After, okay, back, and then angels. Okay. Along the journey, there were always my own angels. Keep going. What's after angels? W. After the W, next letter is the, where are we going next? H. After H is the O. After O, who? B, and then after B is the E, and then after E is the L, and then after L is the I, and then after I is the E, and then V, and then E. Believe. Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believe. Okay, believed. Okay. Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed. I, after I, next letter is the N, after N, 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 M, and then after M, next letter is the E, and then after E, next letter is the, along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me. A, after A, next letter is the N, after N, next letter is the D, after D, next letter is the and where are we going next? Next letter is the, where are we going? And where are we going next? S, after S, next letter is the U, after U, next letter is the P, after P is the P, and then O, and then R, and then T, and then E, and then D, and then, okay. Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me and supported. Keep going. Supported, what comes next? And supported, next letter, where are we going? M, and then after M, next letter is the E, after E, next letter is the, okay, and supported me, go for it, supported me, I, after I, next letter is the N, after N, next letter, okay, N, and supported me in R, and then after R, E, and then after E, A, and then after A, C, and then H, and then I, and then N, and then G, and reaching, M, and then after M, next letter is the Y, and then my, in reaching my, O, after O, next letter is the, okay, in reaching my, P, after P, next letter is the O, after O, next letter is the T, after T, next letter is the E, and then after E is the N, and then after N, next letter is the, where are we going, T, and then after T is the I, and then after I is the, okay. Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me and supported me in reaching my potential. I love that, Sam. That's beautiful. Keep going, dude. You're on a roll. Do you want this up here, Sam, so that you can see it? You keep eyeing it from around the side, but how about you just have it there? No? Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see if you liked it more there. Okay. You said how big of a blessing it is to have reached this milestone despite so many challenges. Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me and supported me in reaching my potential. Go for it. I, and then after I, next letter is the, where are we going? After I, next letter is the, where are we going next? Where are you going? Hold on to your word, go straight to it. N. After N, next letter is the S. After S, next letter is the I. After I, next letter is the D. After D, next letter is the E. Okay, inside. So I feel like we're like sideways. Okay, inside, next letter is the I. After I, next letter is the, where are we going? After I, That's what you want. Go for it. I, and then what comes next?
An I.
Inside, next letter is the I. Oh, sure. Great. Okay. Inside I, K, and then after K, next letter is the N, and then after N is the O, and then after O is the W. Inside I know. I'm reaching my potential inside. I know T, and then H, and then after H, A, and then T. I know that. I, and then after I, T. I know that it. I, and then after I, next letter is the S. I know that it is. B, and then after B, next letter is the E, and then after E, next letter is the C, and then after C, next letter is the A, and then U, and then SE. I know that it is because O, after O, next letter is the F. I know that it is because of T, and then after T, H, and then I, and then after I, S. I know that it is because of this. Great, keep flowing. Don't let that hand get distracted. Keep that hand focused, yeah? I know that it is because of this. You're doing so great, Sam. I'm really proud of you. This is so awesome that you get to write this. What are you trying to say here? Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me and supported me in reaching my potential inside. I know that it is because of this. I want to ask you this later, Sam. It seems like there might need to be like a period here, but I can't tell if it would come after potential or after inside. So I'll ask you that later. But, or maybe a comma. Okay, you said, I know that it is because of this. Ready? Refocus your hand. Pull your hand back to your body. Okay, thank you. I know that it is because of this.
Fun.
Okay, what comes after this? This, go for it. Next letter is the, where are we going? A, after A, next letter is the, where are we going after A? R, after R, next letter is the M, after M, next letter is the Y, after, okay. I know that it is because of this army. O, after O, next letter is the F, after F. I know that it is because of this army of, keep going. I know that it is because of this army of, keep going. This army of, where are we going next? Keep your eyes on your board. I know that it is because of this army of, where are you going? Of B, and then after B is the E, and then after E is the L, after L is the I, after I is the E, and then V, and then E, believe, okay, after E, okay, after that E, R, and then after R, okay, that makes sense. I know that it is because of this army of believers, keep going, of believers, T, and then after T, H, and then after H, where are we going next? A, and then T, that, look at you, whew, look at that, you're doing amazing. I know that it is because of this army of believers that, I, and then after I, where are we going next? Where are we going after I? That's it, oh, hold on, I don't know why it does that, so annoying, okay, great, okay, that I, A, and then after A, next letter is the M, and then after M, next letter is the, that I am H, and then keep your eyes on your board. After H, keep going, next letter is the E, and then after E, next letter is the R, and then E, and then that I am here. S, and then after S, next letter is the H, and then after H, next letter is the A, and then R, and then I, and then, okay. I know that it is because of this army of believers that I am here sharing T, and then after T, H, and then after H, I, and then after I, S, that I am here sharing this. Where are you going next? W, and then after the W is the O, and then after the O, okay, W, I, and then after the I, T, with, okay. that I am here sharing this with. Keep going, keep flowing. Got about 8.5 minutes. With Y and then U, oh sorry, Y-O and then, sorry, keep going. O and then after O, U and then after U. Okay, that I'm here sharing this with you. A and then after A, next letter is the L and then after, okay? That I'm here sharing this with you all. Period, great.
Along the journey, there were always my own angels who believed in me and supported me in reaching my potential inside. I know that it is because of this army of believers that I am here sharing this with you all.
I love that. Yeah, so good. Okay.
Cool.
Let's
Hey.
pause for a moment to read everything you have, yeah? And forward. Thank you. Okay. Go for it. First letter is the, where are we going? First letter is the, what do you want? I. After I. Okay, I. Next word, where are we going? M, and then after M, next letter is the U, and then after U, next letter is the S, and then after S, next letter is the T, after T, I must, S, and then after S, next letter is the, where are we going after that S? Go straight to whatever you want, A, and then after A, next letter is the Y. I must say T, and then after T, next letter is the H, and then after H, next letter is the A, and then after A, next letter is the N, and then after N, than, keep your eyes looking, okay, after than, keep going, okay, I must say T-H-A-N-K, after K, I must say thank, next letter is the Y, and then O, and then U, I must say thank you, next letter is the T, and then after T, next letter is the O, after O, I must say thank you to, next letter is the, keep going, T, and then after T, next letter is the H, and then after H is the O, and then after O is the S, and then after S is the E, I must say thank you to those A, and then after A, to those A, okay, so we're in the same word, after A, N, after N, next letter is the G, after G, E, and L, and, okay, keep that focus, after angel, okay, we're going back, okay, angels, sure, I am here sharing this with you all, I must say thank you to those angels, go for it, P, after P, next letter is the A, after A, next letter is the P-A, where are we going, P-A, where are we going next, hold it in your mind, R, and then T, and then after T, next letter is the, okay, part, go for it, okay, back, P-A-R-T-I, and then after I, next letter is the C, and then after C, next letter is the U, and then after U, next letter is the L, that's not a full word, finish that word, particule A, and then after A, next letter is the R, after R, L, after L, next letter is the Y, okay, I must say thank you to those angels, particularly, nice word, okay, go, particularly, next letter is the M, after M, next letter is the Y, my, next letter is the P, after P, next letter is the, where are we going, A, after A, next letter is the R, after R, next letter is the E, after E, next letter is the, where are we going after E, N, after N, next letter is the T, after, okay, I must say thank you to those angels, particularly my parents, keep going, A, after A, next letter is the N, after N, next letter is the D, and my parents, and go for it, and what's your next word, hold it in your mind, go straight there, T, after T, next letter is the E, after E, next letter is the A, after A, next letter is the, okay, and team, S, after S, next letter is the A, after A, next letter is the M, after M, next letter is the, where are we going, after M, where are we going, U, after U, next letter is the E, okay, sure, okay, and team Samuel, okay, I must say thank you to those angels, particularly my parents and team Samuel, keep going, after Samuel, W, after the W, next letter is the H, after H, next letter is the O, after O, who, I must say thank you to those angels, particularly my parents and Team Samuel, who S, after S, next letter is the, where are we going? S, H, and then O, and then W, after W, who show U, and then after U, next letter is the N, and then after N, next letter is the E, after E, next letter is the N, after N, next letter is the, where are we going after N, D, after D, next letter is the I, and then N, and then G, and then unending, okay, and Team Samuel, who show unending, S, and then after S, U, and then after U, P, and then after P, next letter, where we going, P, and then O, and then R, and then T, okay, supports, keep going, what's after supports, okay, A, and then after A, N, and then after N, and, who show unending, supports, and, next letter is the L, and then after L, next letter is the O, and then after O, next letter is the V, and then after V, E, and love. I, and then after I, next letter is the N, after N, next letter is the N. Okay, you said, I must say thank you to those angels, particularly my parents and Team Samuel, who show unending supports and love in M, after M, next letter is the Y, after Y, next letter is the, in my, D, and then after D, A, and then after A, I, and then after I, L, and then after L, Y, and then after Y, in my daily, where are we going?
I must
Hold on.
say
I know
thank
you're
you
eager
to
to
those angels,
end.
particularly my parents and Team Samuel, who show unending
This isn't
supports
quite
and
a
love
whole
in my
thought
day.
here, so end that thought, and then you're done, okay? In my daily, L, after L, I, after I, F, after F, E, after E, okay? And love in my daily life, Y, after Y, O, after O, U, after U, keep going, next letter, K, after K, N, after N, O, W, you know, W, and then H, and then O, who, Y, and then O, and then you know who you, keep going, next letter is the A, and then after A, next letter is the, oh I see, R, and then after R, E, you know who you are, okay, after R, sure, yep, that's all about there, okay,
I must
great.
say thank you to those angels, particularly my parents and
Team Samuel.
And now it's time at home,
Is that
Mom.
us, Sam?
All right.
Nice job,
Now the
Sam.
door is opened.
Nice job, dude.
Door. Now the door is opened.
Thank you, sir.
See you next time, dude.
Now the door is opened.
He's just jamming.
And he's out. Wow. It's getting
Got a lot
long.
going there.
Mm-hmm.